What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about settings and features for mass multi-entry specialists. If you play mass multi-entry or MME, you know that it takes a lot of time, control, awareness, organization to build lineups that make sense. We've got several features and settings in the site to let you do just that. The first thing we'll talk about is how to quickly add or remove players from the player pool. Now, you can click on the checkboxes next to each player, or you can use a CSV to edit your player pool. Check out the other video below for that. Another fast way is you can use this header checkbox. This is a shortcut that will remove or include all players in the table unless you've explicitly filtered them out with one of the filters up here or by searching for something in the text bar here. So if I click on this right now, you're going to see that now every single player is gone from the player pool. You'll also see that the teams are now grayed out across the top because I've removed every single player. If I click on this again, you're going to see the teams come back, all the checkboxes come back. While you're doing this, you can click at any time on the count player pool. This is going to give you a real-time representation of the number of players by position and for your use pool and your stack pool. So if I'm trying to do this and I just kind of want to see where I'm at, see how many running backs I have, for example, anytime you can click this, it's just a little quicker than having to change the filters and the sorting to, get that information. If you want to bring out the big guns, you can use slate groups. Slate groups are essentially 5 different copies of this slate. So you can have 5 completely separate player pool, stack, custom rules, settings, lineups, everything. This is very useful for multiple contest types like small field, large field. This can be useful for if there's a player that's a game time decision, you can build lineups, one set with the player, one set without to avoid a scramble. If you want to switch groups, all you have to do is click on this tab over here and you're going to see activating new group. The page will refresh. It'll automatically take you to the multi-builder. Now you're in a totally separate group. If you want to change the name of the groups, you can. You just type it in here. You'll see that this one is all grayed out because I was doing some late swapping in this one. So I have lineups added from a late swap. Another option is you can start a group from a previous group. So let's say group 2 is the one that I have been spending a lot of time on, and I want to have a slightly different group, but I don't want to start from scratch. You can then go to this group copy form. I can say from 2 to 3, and I click copy. Now, because I'm copying to the one that I'm already in, you're going to see the page refresh. If I was doing the opposite, if I was, say, in 3 and I was copying 3 to 2, you would just get a notice saying that it's completed. And then if you navigated to 2, then it would look exactly like 3. This is also incredibly useful if you have a lot of exposures, rules, stack settings, and you can't really figure out which one is making your build not get the lineups you want. You can do this to a new group and just experiment. You're free to just delete things, change things, and you don't have to worry about undoing your progress or forgetting what you changed because you always have the master group to fall back on. The final big gun we have is copying from the other slate. So NFL is a perfect example of this. Lots of you out there might build MME for both DraftKings and FanDuel, and you don't have to start from scratch on one site if you've done the other site. So let's say in this example, I have started and done a FanDuel pool, and I now want to copy it from FanDuel to DraftKings. In the tools here, you're going to see copy from other slate. This brings up a menu. You're going to see a list of slate groups for the relevant slate. So in this case, FanDuel main is the relevant slate because I'm in DraftKings main. I can select whichever group I want, and I can even pick the fields that I want. You can pick projection, ownership, whether or not that's an auto-updated player. You can pick exposures or the checkbox or the stack pool. In this case, let's just keep it simple. Let's pick the stack pool or the one-off pool here. If I click overwrite selected fields, you're now going to see that this updates and I'm going to get my player pool back. This can be another huge time saver if you're building for the same slate on 2 different websites. Finally, there's a couple other videos you should check out. Check them out here below. namely using the CSV to edit your player pool. This is another way to quickly bulk change or add or remove a lot of players. And make sure you check out the advanced stacking videos for specific sports. This checkbox over here for advanced stacking options gives you extra fields and settings for each player that you can go into in those videos. That'll do it for this one.